Happy Thursday, everybody.
Happy Thursday.
You know what this is? This is Man Let's Talk. This is our Thursday night chat. Hey, man, I'm going to tell y'all about this place right here. Man, they got some good cookies. I heard people talking about the pecan chocolate chip at the cake house, and I went by and the ladies provided me with some cake, some cookies for my birthday. You know what I'm saying? We having our birthday celebration. Put my hat on here.
Happy birthday, Unc.
You know what it is?
Happy birthday.
Turn up, celebrate a little bit. Got my boys and I. Oh, you know, I do your thing. Yeah, April the 1st. April Fool is in the house. I'm your host. This is my guest co-host, Mr. Aaron Lee. I got my boy, Mr. Rodney O in the house. We got a special guest with us tonight. So y'all stay tuned. I gotta get everything together. You know how we do, move a little slow. Gotta get my hat on, hat right. It's probably sitting on the front of my head like a unicorn. Can't get it right. Can't get it right. So what's up, Mr. A? How you doing tonight?
Man, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. How you doing, Unc?
Man, I'm blessed, man. I'm glad to still be here in this world. You see what I'm saying?
Man,
I don't lost so many friends, so many family members. It's just good to still be around.
he'll be here.
Still be in this world. You know what I'm saying? Glad to be here with y'all tonight. Like I said, we got a very special lady in the house. Well, last weekend, if you missed the show, we had Princess Kendrick in, and she brought some self-defense items with her, and showed us some stuff we didn't even know nothing about.
That was the cone for me, though.
Yeah, I've been talking about the comb all week, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Yeah. I've been talking about the comb all week.
out, start shaking. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah, yeah. You know how my boys do. They celebrate. You know, I'm non-alcoholic. I don't even know what I did with my drinky drink, but okay. Anyway, like I said, tonight is Man Let's Talk. This is our Thursday night chat. Uh, Tonight we got Miss Fanny Mazzone uh in the house with us. We still honoring women because the month is not over yet. We got the day and tomorrow, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the month be over, but we still need to honor women all year long. And the reason we wanted to honor this lady today because I met her about 10 years ago, almost 15 years ago when she moved in. And she's like my godmother. She helped me raise my kids. Uh, she bought a swimming pool that she didn't put no water in, but that's she helped me get the swimming pool. You know, so I had to bring her on since it's our last show of the month and show her honor and respect because she's an honorable woman. And I like for y'all that don't know her, I would like for y'all to meet her and get a chance to see what I've been dealing with all this time. And like I said, this is Man Let's Talk. We're gonna get to her in a minute. We got some discussions that we need to talk about.
Mhm.
The the shooting in Nashville with the kids and teachers being killed. Man, we need to start praying for these kids. We need to start covering our kids before they leave the house. We need to start praying for the neighbors' kids when they running in the streets. Cause it's really getting bad. It's getting
Bad.
real rough. You know.
After a while, I hate to say it, but after a while, it's getting to the point where kids probably gonna have to start carrying guns to school.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Well,
After a
they
while.
want the teachers to have guns, but you know, then that's another problem. You know what I'm saying? And 'cause some of these teachers be so stressed out by these kids, and they might be the one that do something to one of the kids. So we really need to keep our kids up in prayer. And if you need to start. I want to speak to the church people. Okay, my question is, how is you in church every Sunday trying to get to heaven, but you left your child at home?
Right?
You know, because when the disciples asked Jesus who's the greatest, he brought the little boy and sit him in the midst, and he said, "The children are the greatest, and you can't get into heaven without the children." So that means if you leaving your child at home, no matter how much praying and shouting you doing on Sunday, if your child at home playing the game, watching TV, or still asleep, you can't go into the gates of heaven because you left your child at home. Your child is greater than you because you have to understand that's why it's the way it is because the devil is so busy. People don't want to talk about it. He's taking the pure soul, pure heart. because they haven't had a chance to see him.
Mhm.
You know, so why are they gonna take him out? Because I don't understand why these people that claim that they're being bullied or people that have hurt them, you hurting the innocent.
Right.
Nobody should be killed. But why are these people after these babies? You have to ask yourself, why is these babies being killed?
Because like some of the grown folks may be, you know what I'm saying, targeted, so they come for the kids.
Right.
That's the whole theory of the whole thing.
The innocent, the ones that can't defend themselves. Why is he hiding? You ain't know what you do.
Got going on.
Now he is. Look, yeah. Hey, don't pay attention to that over there on the side over there. You know, like I said, we partying, we having a good time, and we got guests, and they moving around in the studio, and so you know, it is what it is.
I think my hat, man.
I look ashy.
That's it. I'm on TV though. Hey man. Hey man. Okay.
Aaron,
Hey
where's
man.
your hat?
The hat is ain't see it. No, you see the hat.
I got a flat cut.
I got a bandana like you can see. You know what I'm saying?
There you go. Yeah, there you go.
What I know.
Hey man, it's a green screen effect. Hey man. Like I said, this is Man Let's Talk. This is our Tuesday night chat. Y'all know the number 903-559-0800. Hey, we are in the building, man. It's my birthday is Saturday. Look here, I'll be taking cash. Or you can cash out me. Hey, the $ MATHEWIS 67. However you want to give me the money, honey, I'll take it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all come by Sunday. Gonna do a little something Sunday. You know what I'm saying? But Saturday, my niece is taking me to the blues show. I'll be in the building there. Then after that, I'll be at the pajama party with my boy Red. We usually celebrate our birthday together. So you can catch me at the Brothers Cigar Lounge on State Line. Hey, and if you want to get you some of these good cookies, go by the Cake House on 7th Street, right by the Pizza Hut. Man, they got some good cookies, brownies, everything, man. Y'all go by and holler at them young ladies, man. They doing their thing. That's what we doing, is we honoring women and they jobs and their advancements. You would be amazed that since COVID, how many young women or young men have come up with ideas to make money. Hey, and that's the best part. They're doing it legally. They're not doing it illegally because everybody think you got to do illegally to be somebody. And they're proving everybody wrong. So go by and holler at the young ladies at the Cake House. They got some good, hey, the chocolate chip pecan cookies, man. Hey, I'm trying to tell you, them some good cookies. And they got, oh, I forgot what she told me this one was. Hey, but it's 2 flavors, man. It's chocolate and vanilla, but it's good too. So go by and holler at them at the Cake House. Yeah, on 7th Street. Got the white chocolate chips and the chocolate chips in it. You know what I'm saying?
All right,
My diabetical gonna be 500. You know what I mean? Hey, but I appreciate the ladies over there. And like I said, and
they said I wasn't on the borderline no more, but I feel like if I go back to this shop, I'm gonna be right back on the borderline. I've been trying my hard to stay away from the sweets.
Yeah, it's hard. Hey man, I'm trying to tell you, boy, I used to cook up a whole pan of brownies eating by myself.
I crave them at the wrong time, midnight. I gotta eat something.
Yeah, that's worst time.
Yeah, I gotta eat some sweet before I go to bed.
Yeah, and then you lay down on it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's bad time, right there.
The dude sleeping dead, they got me on.
Yeah, we know.
No better.
Yeah, y'all saw the picture. Y'all.
I think I left it home before I go to bed. I gotta at least have me something sweet.
Yeah, we were having a production meeting. He done went to sleep.
Yeah,
and I got him with his mouth open.
That was messed up, man. He didn't have to do it like that. He didn't have to put me on blast like that. I was like, no, he ain't gonna give it to me like that. He ain't gonna give it to me like this, man.
Yeah. Like it's
called you lacking, man.
Called him slipping. Called him slipping. Hey, there's a lot of stuff going on this weekend. Y'all be safe out there and enjoy yourself. Catch me partying. You know, I'll be with the people. You know, we're gonna move around a little bit.
Party time.
Party time.
Time to turn up.
Okay. So that about now. Why mine sound like that? Mine sounds sick. Yeah. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce to you Miss Fanny Mazon. Give her a hand as she comes to join.
How you doing today, man?
I'm great, blessed. Good evening to everyone.
Oh,
Good
welcome to
evening.
Man
Good
Let's
evening.
Talk.
Good evening.
Thank you for gracing. Man, you take that hat off because it's making me.
Let me switch.
You see the top of your head, man.
Let me switch. You don't
It's really comical, I'll tell you that.
Like I said, this is Man Let's Talk. This is our Tuesday night chat, and we have been honoring women this month. And I figured we'd bring the greatest in, one of the queens.
Yeah,
And she's been a teacher. She's been a mother, a wife,
right.
auntie, grandmother,
And all of those.
yes, pastoral.
Right.
You know, she's been a lot of things. So you can't just place her on one thing. So the reason we brought her tonight, we're gonna let her introduce herself and tell a little about herself, and then we're gonna get into some questioning on tonight's show.
Okay.
Bear with us. Go ahead and introduce yourself, man.
My name is Fanny Mazone. I was born in Dallas, Texas. Attended school in South Oak Cliff.
Mhm.
Attended El Central College. Came to Hope, Arkansas. Attended Red River College for a while. Um, the best education I got was the education that Jesus Christ, the
Yeah.
Spirit, poured on me one day. I was in Dallas and attended school, but everything was going right, but actually going wrong. And I was on my knees praying one night. I got to tell his testimony. And I heard just a simple little clear voice, 7 days, get out of this place.
Right.
And I started moving fast, got rid of everything down to just trunks and left and came. Well, I went to Hope, Arkansas to it was a revival meeting. They were having an Ashdown. A minister, I think his last name was Brown. I'm not sure, I've forgotten, but it's been a while back. Came that Saturday and got saved that Saturday, the same Saturday. And I never went back to Dallas to live.
Mhm.
It all began there. Uh, I hate to jump in like this, but when people read the Bible and say, "Oh, well, you have to be a spirit filled, you have to live," she said, but if you live spiritually, you got to follow the
Yes.
Spirit. You can't live, say, "I'm living for the Lord," but not spirit. You got to listen for that sound fluke. While you jumping and making a whole bunch of racket, you can't hear nothing but yourself. So you have to listen to this, and that's how we miss it as people.
Yeah.
We're looking for some clap of thunder and
Yeah.
lightning
Some
bolts,
kind of approval.
and it's not like that. Your greatest blessing comes from a still, quiet, peaceful voice.
You gotta quiet yourself.
And this has been a blessing to me to leave Dallas and live here in this area. Like I said, I lived in Arkansas and Hope, and my children trying to get me to move back now. But I've met lovely people here. This is one of the most uh, great young men that I had an opportunity to meet. And when we first moved here, my husband and I, we got all kind of negative words against it, but we followed God's still quiet voice and we connected ourselves to this young man. And this young man was a help to my husband before he passed away, and he's been a great help to me. So don't let people put other people's name in your ear. You follow those people and you put their name in your ear, what they do for you, because you don't know what those people did to them to make them act like that. See, and we came and we showed him love, and he backed up and showed us love back. And so that pretty much, you said introduce myself. Boy, I took off running. I was going 80 miles an hour down the highway. But that was just something that was in my heart.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of people see you and say, "Oh, that's Darren on there." But they really don't know the core of this. It's just they see the outside, but the heart is a total different thing. sometimes than what the people
Right.
look on the outside
Yep.
appearance.
Mhm.
The heart can be soft and gentle and kind. And the best was, oh, look at him. He's so struggling and mean, and he always have a frown on his face, but have the best heart in the world. And so that I can say about Darren. I don't know what he was before I met him. I'm testifying about since I've known him. He's been a strong, willed young man that tried to steer his children in the right direction from and making mistakes even that he made. He always had something in the house for them to entertain themselves with, so they didn't have to go out. He always told them about the streets, and that I do know because I was in the midst when he was telling them. So whatever they did after that, they're on themselves. But they didn't get that out of this house. They he did that. And so that was a blessing to me to see a young black man that steered his children in the right direction.
Yeah, it's hard.
Mhm. Because they always want to say, well, you did so, no matter what I did.
Right.
I made my mistakes and I repented. You do better than me. You be better than I was. And so that's what, as a people, we should teach our children. Just because your parents ate biscuits with no butter in it, doesn't mean you have to eat biscuits. You be your own person
Mhm.
and ask God, what is for me? What do I do?
Hmm.
What's my purpose? Because every one of us have a design purpose.
Oh yes, everyone.
Everybody does.
Oh,
And what young people don't know, some of these young men going to jail up and down these streets, God has called them to be kings. And some of these young ladies were born to be queens.
yes.
And they're treating themselves like nothing.
Hmm.
See?
But like you've been here on this.
Mhm, mhm.
Have you ever experienced the trauma and ungratefulness?
Well, let me tell you where that come from. Some of it I can testify because I was the ISS person at Dunbar Elementary School. Some of the young people that were there, they had never been taught anything, and I had the opportunity to meet most of their parents, and the parents wasn't
Yeah.
taught anything.
Yeah.
So you can't go any further than you've been. The parents didn't teach anything because they didn't know anything to teach because their parents weren't there.
Yeah.
When they had the housing projects up here on Milam, I used to go up there and walk and talk to some of the people because I was a member of Deliverance Temple Church of God in Christ on the corner. So most of the parents knew me, and I would go and I would talk to the children. Some of them might get on them, good children, just wanted to be like somebody, and they always picked up the worst person to be like.
Yeah.
But they had nobody, no parents to teach them anything. And I felt sorry for not only the children, but the parents. They wanted to do better, but they didn't know how to do better
Right. You don't have
themselves.
nobody to show you no
No.
direction.
Guys, you-
Right.
Mhm.
And I
That's
see a
what
lot of
they
that
got.
now. I see a lot of that now.
Don't have any guidance.
Yeah.
These young men, look at them. Some of them, I'm just being real with you. They really just don't have any guidance.
No.
You know, some of them don't even know how to tie a tie.
You
You know what I'm saying?
don't even know how to articulate a conversation. You know, how, yo, hey, what's up? You can't, you know, talk to everybody. That's why I try to explain to young men that I work at. There's a time for work,
Exactly.
time for the street.
Exactly.
You got to just discern which one you in at that time.
And business.
Right,
That's right.
right. You have to be able to speak fluent.
Mhm.
Mhm.
If you're trying to advance, a lot of people say, well, they don't advance because I'm black. They don't do
Mm-mm.
this because I'm black.
Mm-mm.
You have to know how to talk to people. You have to know how to approach
Exactly.
people because when you're dealing with their business, they want you to be able to handle their business
Exactly.
and represent them.
Exactly. Whoever it may be.
Right.
Because if I had $1 million company, I wouldn't want none of these Jacksons standing in my front door saying, yeah, hey,
Yeah.
what's up? And in my mid, no, I wouldn't care what color you are.
Yeah.
You're not gonna represent my company like that. And I'm trying to have $1 million company. So it just goes back. We to and then we try to get angry and call other people nerds and such
Oh,
names
yeah.
that they don't
Lame.
do things.
That's the term.
Yeah, but
I've been told I'm lame because
I've been called lame my whole life.
yeah, but I mean they do that, but because people do that, you don't act like them. I don't do like they want you to do, and it's taking our young people to prison.
Mhm. And have you noticed that the people that call you lame are the ones waiting on the first of the month?
It's terrible. It's
Well,
terrible.
you lame, because I have something. I'm trying to protect my children. I have a job, I'm trying to protect, I'm trying to build something, trying to buy something. Just because I ain't been to jail 9 times and got 32 kids, I'm lame. I'm a proud lamer myself. I'm proud to be a lamer.
And the reason I'm so involved in talking about this so diligently, we're losing a man, and God called a man to rule this world.
World.
The woman, I tell these young women all the time, keep yourself in a woman's place and look like a woman and carry yourself like one, because we're supposed to be the right hand or the right arm or the side to the man. And God said He gave this to the man to do. He was supposed to do everything,
Mhm. Mhm.
but he just couldn't have the children. And so he put him to sleep and brought the only reason God brought the woman here was so she could be by the man's side and have his children and raise him and keep his house.
But now that's what do they say about that? There's quote they use for that women are not supposed to be by the man, they're supposed to lead the man. But that's what I was talking about. He was saying that actually women don't. That's the when so many women, females are being born, and less males are being born because women don't actually need us anymore. He said they got plenty of sperm banks around now that they actually don't need us. They can go to Cindy's or wherever they need get a toy, and they have basically erased the men. But you can't blame them because some of these guys, I don't think they would think about is hanging around with their friends.
Yeah, I know. But it's gonna have to get back to order.
Right.
It is going to get back to order because God is going to put it back in order. He's going to let it go so far, I believe. And then something's going to happen worse than COVID.
Yeah.
And it's going to shake, excuse the expression, the living hell out of us.
Mhm. Yeah.
Because that's really what we need. I can remember, and I'm 72. God bless me to see August the 6th. I'll be 73 years old.
Mhm.
And I can remember going to school in the morning before they would even have class. We would have a devotion, an announcement, but first they say a prayer.
Mhm.
They'd open up the school with prayer.
But they have taken all that out of school.
And
They're
that,
even trying to get rid of the Dr. Seuss books.
yeah, just crazy.
And then, but if they get rid of the Dr. Seuss books, you know what book is next.
It's crazy.
You
If
know
they just
what
doing,
book is next.
well, who's doing all this? Somebody is absolutely nuts. Don't have anything else to do.
Yeah.
Because what would that involve? I heard one particular person.
People don't know it, and a lot of people don't see it, but this is the last days of time, last days era. And the Bible speaks on this. Like
Yes, it
going
does.
on today, in
Right.
today's world,
Right.
today's
Yeah.
society, it speaks on all.
It really do. It really do. And it's really scary because I've read that part. And in a certain part, it said, and those that are spiritual begin to look up.
Yeah.
The Son of Man is not. Well, look like everybody looking down to
Check it
me.
out. But they don't want to see.
You know, nobody really want to know the truth
Nope.
about the thing.
Nope.
We'd rather be told a lie than the truth.
He said there'll be a time when right will be considered wrong,
That's right.
and wrong will be considered
That's
right.
right. That's right.
That's what you're seeing in today's time.
Yep. Well, if you speak out against something, you're wrong. Something wrong with you. You need counseling.
Mhm.
If it's right.
Yeah.
But if you go in there with something wrong, like
Oh,
take
yeah.
the prayer out of schools, take the name of the off the bathroom, whether it's girls or boys'
Right.
bathroom, we're all for that. Let's have a joke on it.
Right.
There's nothing funny about it.
I don't know. Like, I pray for my children.
That's right. And your
Most of
grandchildren,
my children are
especially.
grown, but I have a 7-year-old that just turned 7, and that's what my whole heart is right now. My thinking is what's gonna come of
I know.
her time.
I know. I know.
I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be on this earth.
No.
You know what I'm saying? I done talked about it. You know,
Ooh,
thank you, Jesus,
it's
for letting
really
me feel.
scary.
A lot of people gone, and done left this earth. But every morning I wake up, I thank him for letting me be here and see another day. I try to bless all my friends. I even bless my enemies because I don't want them to
That's
suffer
right.
that pain. Because a lot of us ain't going that right, going that way. And it's just eternal fall, and it's 10 times hotter than the sun.
It's really
It's like you
sad.
don't want to be. And it's crazy because like I actually want kids, but at the same time though, like I'm kind of scared to have them.
Right.
Because like I fear for them. I
Yeah.
fear for them. It's like what they're going through in this time,
Mhm.
area. You know what I'm saying? And it's like social media ain't making it no better.
No.
Cause
Yeah.
that's how kids learn these
Yeah,
days.
it
Through
is.
social media. They see everything. And it's like a lot of things they don't even understand at that age, but they learning it though at that age. And that's the reason why you see a lot of suicide.
Right.
And it's a whole lot of confusion for them. It's because they
It is.
can't bear
It
with
pushes.
it.
Yeah.
They can't
But see, like, if you they're like, that's what they're talking about. That's why they're trying to do what they're doing, trying to do with the app. Okay. Because the company that behind the app, they don't even allow their children to see that stuff.
Mhm.
You know? So
Exactly.
if you go on there and you looking up suicide, the app shows you suicide,
Mhm,
suicide,
mhm,
suicide,
mhm,
pushes to suicide. You know,
mhm.
that's why social media. If you go online, it pushes. You got back,
even
the
if
same
you sit
thing.
down, they
Music.
talking
If
about
you look up music, get the same music coming back.
Mhm.
And that's the whole problem. We don't take books no more.
Mhm.
We don't read no more. Libraries are barely open, you know, because everything is in your hand from time a baby born. Because when he crying, you give him the phone. You put the phone down there and let him listen to the music. Then eventually he puts it in his hand. And once he puts it in his hand, it becomes a part of it.
some of the things in social media, it can play a good role. You got a lot of things. I repeat that.
Yeah.
A lot of things in social media. It can play a bad role.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And like I said, we've been honoring women.
Mhm.
I wanted you to come on here and I wanted you to be honored today.
Thank you so
And
much.
that's why we got you by yourself.
Thank
So
you
we can
so
get this
much.
time with you.
Thank
Because you was at the school for how long?
Well, for 12 years.
12 years?
12 years, and I saw and heard enough. And to tell you the truth, right now, I'm praying for the teachers, young and old, because if the tragedies and the traumas continue, a lot of the teachers, even the subs, are going to drop their bags and run because they're going to be afraid to go to school. Then the people won't have anywhere to take their children or send their children to get any type of wisdom or knowledge. And what's going to happen is going to be a mess. And with no teachers, they'll have to stay at home. And
And the
most
parents,
of
that
them,
would give me the parents saw what happened with the pandemic when they had to deal with their own kids.
couldn't do it.
Right.
They just put them at the table,
And let them
push,
figure it out.
figure it out for
I
themselves.
mean,
You know.
you got to think about it. If the educational system go, all right, we already trying to defund the police.
Mhm.
Okay, once you lose that structure, then you lose the education structure.
How the kids gonna learn it?
Well, how are we gonna survive?
Mhm.
You see,
We won't be
because
able
they
to.
don't. The next generation gonna be dumbed down so far that we gonna be basically back to the 8th age.
It'll be terrible.
Because I'm gonna tell you what's going. What if they cut the internet off right now? We would it would be mass hysteria.
Yes, it would.
People would lose their mind. You think things
A
are
lot
bad
of
now?
shit.
Yes, people would lose their mind if they cut the internet off right now because that's all they know. They don't know they sit in front of video games all day long. You got people, like I said, the baby is born with a phone in his hand that has become a part of it. And then the phone companies, they take advantage of it. You got to have iPhone 14 and iPhone 13 just came out 3 months ago. So now you scrambling trying to sell stuff and raise money to go get the iPhone 14.
Stealing things mostly.
Right.
Then you gotta look at some of these companies. The big companies for the shut down. 'Cause
Yeah.
a lot of these companies, they build their platform off of the internet,
Yeah.
off of Wi-Fi.
Right.
So with
The
Wi-Fi not
infrastructure, you
running,
got to think about it. Everything we have a transition to computers,
Mhm.
everything.
Wi-Fi
Once
not
you
running,
can't operate
the
the
whole thing
computers
shut
and
down.
stuff, we basically done. We'll ship in open water.
It ain't like how it used to be back in the days where they had a file book of everything
Right.
in a folder.
Right.
Everything is a file folder. Now everything is on the computer now.
That's right.
On the computer screen. You tap one button, you into this, tap another button, you into that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's just how that goes. And like with internet being shut down, and it's a cut for a lot of major companies, especially if it's a lot of major
Yes,
companies.
Charles, as men, we should teach our children. And we've had you on here, and we waiting for you to come back. We have tried, but then they put standards on how you can teach your child. You have to talk to them a certain way. You can't be too aggressive with your child. You know, you don't want to hurt their feelings because they got to where now they so soft, sensitive. I ain't gonna say soft. I'm gonna say sensitive because of what they see on TV or what people telling them that if you go to your child like we was raised, you know, we knew there was consequences in our actions when we was kids. These kids, there's no consequence. Because the first thing I call the police. I call CPS. You know, so the parents are stepping back and letting the world be the world.
Well, first of all, you should let your children know that you love them first. You're not their friend. You're their parent.
That's it.
And you're here to raise them and
Right.
guide them in the way that God wants them to go.
Right.
And so sit down, get an understanding, talk to your children, do fun things with them, but let them know fun. It's not fun all the time.
Right.
We got to cut and get
Right.
down to business sometimes. See,
Real weak.
and let them know when how to divide that. Because in life, you have to do that all the time. You have to divide your workplace from your home, from your relaxation, and people just don't do that. We used to do that when I was coming up on Easter Sundays or something. Everybody come over and we make ice cream and cook a big
Right.
dinner, and we know the holidays. But then we know after that we clean up, get
Go
right
back
back to business.
Right.
You
It's
know,
always business.
that's
Right.
it.
At the end of the day.
But the children, they can't discern that because they're not.
Well, everything.
Now, everybody's busy. Yeah, everybody's busy.
Everything
you know.
is pleasure now. You got grandmamas in their 60s and 70s doing TikToks half naked
Yeah.
with their kids and grandkids. They're doing dance instead of take. And you'll do a TikTok, but you won't take them to church.
That's because a lot of them are trying to.
You won't take them to church, but you'll do a TikTok because everybody's trying to be the kids.
Yeah.
So nobody want to be the parent. Everybody want to be. I'm not old. I can't be old. You know. And
Want to be cool.
yeah, I want to be cool with my child, man. I want my child to grow up the way I grew up with a mean parent. Or you know, I'm trying to be her friend.
But you stayed out of prison, and everybody had those people. They didn't go.
Right.
See, those, you know what? Those troubles I got in kept me from getting the keys. Me locked behind the bars with the keys.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, and it didn't kill me. It made me a person that know how to respect another person. And my grandpa could take me any place.
Yeah.
I know when to sit down and shut up.
And shut up.
I had people bring their children over to my house and they get on my couch and go jumping up and down on their feet. And I just sit there and look at them. And the parent be sitting right there looking at them. So what do you mean you allow your child
Go to somebody else.
to do that at another person?
But you know this.
They do it at their
All at home,
See?
bread abroad. So if they do it at home,
Yeah.
they'll do it somewhere else.
We're living in some terrible times where we're just not teaching the things that need to be taught for people to be able to live. I was in Ashdown school was getting ready to start. And so the lady out there that's got the church,
Yeah.
she asked me to come and speak to young people. And I did. And the young lady had committed suicide. Somebody wrote her something ugly on the internet and told her she was ugly and blah, blah, blah. And the girl killed herself. So they had a big scandal about it. And I said, listen, you young women need somebody to validate you. Validate yourself. Look, and you don't need nobody. Look in the mirror and say, mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the prettiest of them? What is me?
Yeah.
You know, tell yourself who you are. Tell yourself. Don't let somebody else have to come tell you who you are. Well, they might tell you a giraffe or a donkey or anything, you know. Tell yourself, be true to yourself. And then you can spring and revolve from that. As long as you're, as a young person, looking for somebody to validate you, that's how these young girls get in trouble.
Situation. Right.
They got to find
And a lot of them look for that thing in young men, old men.
Yeah.
Somebody to validate them when they don't need that. when you got uncles, even if your father ain't around, your uncle should speak up and say, "You're a beautiful young lady.
Yeah.
You are a queen.
Treat yourself like
Protect
that.
yourself." You
But
know,
we don't know what to say and when to say, and we're all out of place. But sometimes we need to just sit down to ourselves and think. Like you was talking about your granddaughter. We just need to sit down and think. My family? Where is my family going?
right?
I need to do something with my family because it's gotten out of hand.
Hmm.
We're just in terrible times, and the praying people need to get together and pray. We talk about it, but we don't do nothing about it.
Right.
When you say, let's go to church and pray on Monday night, everybody will find something
Something
to
to do.
do.
You hear me?
They don't even shine these shoes, but they'll go get a pair of shoes. Well, I got to shine on Monday
Yeah.
because they don't want to go.
But you
And
said let's
that's
go
the
to the club.
only thing that's going
They,
to save us.
they'll meet you. They'll be at your house before it's time to go to get ready. But you can say, let's go to the revival. And let's go to this program.
Mm-mm.
I got to
Mm-mm.
go do this. I
Yeah.
got something I gotta do. Ain't that right, Rodney? I got something to do.
But I believe the Bible speaks that before it's over, we're gonna all start like Jesus did. We're gonna go from house to house. The ones that pray and believe God, we're gonna go house. Like we're at your house
Yeah.
tonight. We're over here at this house tonight, and that's the way we're gonna have to fellowship because no one's not gonna want to go to church and fellowship or talk about. And that's the only way we're gonna make it.
Yeah.
That's the only way.
But see,
Prayer's the only way out.
you're right, Charles. If they know their history, but here's the thing about our history: the people that were strong in our history are gone.
They're gone.
Those people that sacrificed their lives so we can do the stuff that they do now are gone, and probably turning over in their graves when they see what's going on. The disrespect, the dishonor that we call the culture, that destroyed the world once before is back again. So we can say what we need to do.
Mhm.
We can get together, me, you as
Got to
men,
do
and
it.
try and talk to people, but they're gonna look at us like we're crazy and we become a threat to, because you gotta understand, how do the rich stay rich? They dumb down the middle class. Because if you dumb, you're not smart enough to achieve what they is. So if our kids are dumb and out here in these streets doing what they doing, they ain't worried about them being successful. They ain't worried about them being rich. They ain't worried about them. Yeah, let's say rappers, and then they looking for a way to get rid of them. They move in their neighborhood. I mean,
I'm telling you something. Right at this point in time, we have some of the most smartest
yes,
young men and young women
young women.
that you could ever find. They can just sit down and God will give them something to do, or lead them into something. I have watched how intelligent, but they want validation from someone that's of lesser value. That's a trick of the enemy. That's a trick of the devil. And that's where the parents should come
Step
in
in,
and
right.
tell their children, don't let the devil. When I was young, they used to have a song, don't let the devil ride. If you let him ride, he'll want to drive. Don't let him ride. Well, see, that's what we need to instill and beat in our children's head. I had Dion and Regina as growing up. I always want to go to somebody's house and spend the night. And this was my house rule. They can come to your house and spend the night,
Right.
but you can't go to their house and spend the night. Say, why, Mama? I said, because I know what we're doing over here in this house
Right,
at night,
right.
but I won't have an opportunity to know what they're doing over there at that house. So let's just stay over here at this house and have a good time. And that was the rule.
Yep.
They just stopped asking me about going spending the night at other people's house.
Yep.
And that's where we have to get with our children. Have one golden rule and then ease a second one in on them. We just have to find a way. Whatever works in your house, that's what works.
Mm-hmm.
See, what work in my house might not work in your
house, right?
But we got to
But I'm gonna
start
make sure
somewhere.
my house. But they say sweep around your own front door. So I'm gonna make sure my front door is swept.
Yes.
So like when people, like you saying, you heard stuff. When people talk about me, it don't affect me.
Yeah, exactly. I know it just rolled off your back. I
It
know.
don't affect me because I know what I do. And people have said some horrible stuff about me.
And
But prove it to me. Show me. But people I've learned that when you ain't got dirt on your clothes, somebody already got a mud ball.
That's right.
They gotta throw dirt on.
So I keep some tied.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so when you hit me, I'm gonna go put the clothes in the wash and come right back fresh and clean again. Because you know what? As long as God got me, I don't worry about nobody else.
I know that's right.
I ain't trying to impress nobody. I ain't trying to fool nobody. Because when you ain't got it, you find out who your friends are. I used to roll 5-6 cars deep going to the club because I was taking care of everything.
Mm-hmm.
And my mama told me, quit spending your money, you'll see how many friends.
Exactly.
I stopped spending my money every time. Oh, wait, bro. It started, friends just start falling out. I thought with my friends, it started falling out.
Mm-hmm.
You just start falling out.
Exactly.
You know? Because as long as they know you got, they leech.
That's right. That's right.
You know? But when they think you ain't got, they start falling out.
Mhm.
You stop calling you. Stop coming by. You know, you call them, they don't even answer the phone. You know.
And that's what I wish some of the young men would take this and run with it. Be your own man.
Yeah.
Make your own destiny. You know, pump your own self up.
Oh, my bad, cuz.
Ride in your own bucket.
Yeah.
Don't let nobody else tell you what kind of bucket to get in. You tell them what you're gonna do, and let them follow your lead, and be your own man. Because if not, can't you see what's happening around? All the young men are going to jail, and out here they're tough. But if you can see them behind those bars,
yeah.
where those judges is sitting,
Yeah.
you see what kind of really man
real
they are.
thugs. The real thugs.
They're hurt and they're sad
Yeah.
because they're divided from their family and their neighborhood, and it's a sad thing. And I don't have any young children or anything, but I hurt not only for them, but I hurt for the parents. You know, I really do. I hurt for them because some parents, like I say, really love their children. They just don't know how to love them. They don't know how or what to do.
Yeah.
But if we just all just pray about it, just have a time that we just pray and ask God, I believe He will send us some kind of sign or something to do that would help us. We got some smart children.
Yeah.
We really
That's
do.
what I'm saying. Because since the pandemic, you have to see how many of these young people have started their own business. They never thought about a business before.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I said, we went, this place been open. They be having lines. In some, I went in there today. There was some young ladies in there, and they are nice and they are sweet young ladies. And they come in, and I mean, I came in. They was respectful. They greeted you nice. Autistic. You know, and you have before now they probably wouldn't even thought of that.
And I can't wait till those time eat one of these cookies.
Yeah,
I just been looking at these cookies. They are really something.
I mean, because I ain't heard
They
about
are.
the chocolate chip pecan cookies. You know, I'm a chocolate chip pecan man. So I had to go get me some for tonight. So, you know, they up there. If you gonna get your cookie, you know, and we sit.
Oh, I have to get a cookie.
How many?
A is one.
Yeah, got the cookies up there. You know, and like I said, it's. I have my mom raised me. I had my brothers. My father went around. So I get tired of hearing folks say, "Well, if his father had been there, he wouldn't have did this. He wouldn't." That's an excuse.
That's a trick from the pits of hell.
Right. That is the father. If his father, there's plenty of other men around. Because like I said, I grew up in a village. My father wasn't around, but there was other men around that helped me become a man. So we got to take some stones and stop throwing them and put them back in your pocket and start talking to these young people about something. They might get mad, but you might reach. You teach one, you reach one.
That's right.
A bunch of them, but one of them might listen and change his whole life around.
And I'll tell you, God knows. God knew where you were, and He placed you with the mom that you needed to have.
Right.
But you know, in the absence of your dad, He gave her strength where she didn't have strength. She could pull and probably work when she didn't feel like. But God gave her strength. She could take care of her family. God knows where we are. You know what I'm saying? God's not lost. We're the one that's lost.
Charles Lane, you disagree? You got the phone number 903-559-0800. Call me so we can talk about this because, I know your mom raised you too. So, you know, you're a strong black man. You know, you had us being around too. So I don't understand what the disagreement is with us, you know, but give me a call and we're going to discuss this because that's what we're here for. We're here to discuss matters. and talk
Yes.
about things. Maybe help somebody.
Yes,
You know,
yes, definitely. Hope so.
yeah.
I really do.
This is Man Let's Talk.
How's it going? How's it going, man?
What's going on, kinfolk?
Not much, man. I got a couple of things to say, man, on that where I disagree with, and I'm not disagreeing to cause any problems, just that from knowledge that I have gained,
Right, right. Go ahead.
Um, but one of the things is um our history.
Yes.
All our life we've been taught that we was less than everybody else. Until we get in that Bible and realize who we are, then we'll know the power that we have
Yeah.
within ourselves. On the other thing you were talking about was the business. And you said the young people are getting business. They are. But the key to that is that they're getting businesses up under no races, but no, I'm not prejudiced, but up under the white man. So their business is not profiting. They're making money, but the white man is making the more.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We need to have our own self business. And then on the third thing was about the mother. Well, God put us the ma'am said that God put
Right.
you with the mother, which is true, but the man is always to be the head. So the mother is supposed to nurture the child. The man should go out and provide, which in all deals. So they take that man out of the home because they know what the impact that man brings in a house. I mean, we can all discuss and say that, well, I was raised by a single mom. I was raised with a mom and a dad. It's nothing more powerful than a man in that home, period.
Right.
Because
But if that man is an infection on that family, God will remove him so that you can blossom. Because he might be like Joe Jackson. You know what I'm saying? He made them kids famous, but look how Michael turned out. You see what I'm saying? He might.
well,
If you gotta understand. Like I said, my mom raised me, but I had my brothers. You know, my brothers was older than me. I'm saying, and I'm not saying no man presence. I'm just saying that sometimes it don't have to be your father.
well, a lot of people get the Bible misdirected when they say that the man is supposed to be the head of the woman, which is true, but the woman is not to be a slave upon the man.
Right.
The woman is to be the helpmate,
That's what
which
we said.
Right. Right.
That's
and
what we said.
everything that comes through that woman, she must, before she presents it, she must get with that man and let him be the say so over that. I mean, more people take it out of hand and saying, well, he's trying to rule her. No. If just for instance, if my wife had an ideal
Mhm.
about something, she should come to me first, and I should execute that, and she should be my helpmate into getting that. She is the one to help put knowledge into me
Okay.
as a man.
But you gonna be like 3% of the men that are still there. You see what I'm saying? Because you got to
So when I
think
say
about
it again,
there's a lot of men that have made their own decision to leave that household. So if
well,
she got an idea, she not supposed to present it to nobody because this man decided to leave.
well, it's by design the way the system is doing it. I mean, okay, take it like these homes. They build these brand new apartments, New Boy and Grip King and all that,
Right.
and they speaking to the woman and saying, hey, we're gonna give you this, but we're not gonna allow you to have that man live with you.
Sir,
See, they know the trick. So if they get the man up out of the child's life, then the child has no guidance of a man.
sir.
But just because
So,
he's not in the house don't mean he out their child life. He's
but
supposed to be still
still
there.
though, but
Let me
I
give you this,
understand that.
sir. I hate to interrupt you, but let me stop you right there. Just
Uh-huh.
because he's got a zipper in front of his pants and two legs to put his legs in, that don't make him a man, sir. It's a lot
No,
of
ma'am.
it's a lot of them that you wouldn't even call a man that's walking up and
Yes,
down the street, and they
yes,
have
ma'am.
children. But
Yes,
let
yes,
me
ma'am.
finish telling you this.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
I
You're
wouldn't
so
want my children to follow that man. I'd rather my children follow a woman than follow that man because he's down in the gully himself. You see what I'm saying? So here's the deal. A man, there's a definition for the word man and how he carry himself the same way as a woman. See,
Yes, ma'am.
it's a lot of women that you call women that's up and down these streets. You wouldn't let raise your children.
Right.
See, so
Well,
we
yes,
have
ma'am.
to identify. We have to identify, and we have to be real about it because there's a lot of men that send me, and I don't blame them. I wouldn't give them a free place to stay either for them to sit up and eat popcorn and peanuts while this woman's out working and slaving, trying to take care of the children. That's not a man. A man gets up and takes care of his family, whatever it takes.
Yes. Yes, ma'am. I totally agree with you on that. But what I'm saying is that that you got to start from the head. You know, if we keep bashing each other and not give them the knowledge that they need, because the system is designing everything to keep our kids from understanding what their purposes are. I mean, they don't. Let me ask you a question. How many times do you listen to? Have you ever heard country music?
I sure have.
You'll never heard their music qualifying that they're going to go out to kill one another.
No. White,
But if you heard,
Rock and roll,
but,
rock and
but
roll,
hold on,
none of it.
let me make the point. Let me make the point, please. Okay, but you hear our music, it's about killing each other. So why, if it's something that's taking our children's life, why won't the record store, why don't the government shut that down? Why don't the government make it illegal? They
Okay.
don't want to make
If
it
that's
illegal.
the case,
Hold
if
on.
that's the case, why
Hold on.
haven't black
Hold on.
senators or black lawyers or black preachers went to Congress to fight it? You see what I'm saying? You can't blame them until you blame yourself.
What happened? See, all these things, if our kids, they put these phones in front of our kids, they put these rap videos in front of our kids. So
Who buy it?
it's just like that. It's just like back in the slavery days.
Who buy it? Who buy the phone? Who buy the phone?
Let me make the comment. It's like back in the slavery days.
Yeah.
When you might have 2 field workers in the field, white field workers on horses.
Mhm.
You might have 100 or 300 slaves.
Mhm.
Why did they not try to escape all of them? Why didn't they all try to take advantage of him? Because they've been brainwashed. The system is so powerful until we understand that we're being brainwashed for what we see. And those kids are falling into that. That's why you don't have a lot of mans in the house, because they see rap videos, see these movies where they have 3 or 4 women, or they can go out here and sell dope and make big cars and big cars. The system is allowing this to happen.
Right.
It's by design. Until we go to our children and go to the media and say, hey, we forbid this being on TV.
You see what you just said?
What?
You see what you just said? You said till we. You said till we.
Right, but we cannot.
We are the biggest problem to our people, because you got to think about it. They said that white man brought crack into the black community, but he didn't make us sell it. He didn't make us buy it.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
How he make us sell it?
Because he did it like this. Okay, so we grew up poor, right? We had nothing. We had nothing. So we see these TV shows or these books, these people selling drugs, and they're having new clothes, they're having nice cars. So as a kid with nothing, you want that. You want those. So that's why they put the drugs in the community.
Did they see it from white TV shows, or they saw it in the black community?
They saw it on white TV shows and all. Scarface, the Kings of New York. All of that.
What was the pimp name? Dolomite. You got Dolomite. You got what's the pimp shows? You got all that stuff. But see, who do we blame our kids for getting the dope and trying to better their life, or we blame the CEI? How's they bettering their life if they going to prison?
You got to understand what I'm saying. Okay, listen to me just for a second.
Okay.
Let me ask you. Say you got 2 kids, right? And the system will not allow you. Not a drug dealer. You're not a drug user. Nothing, but they're not allowing you to get a job to be able to support your children. Okay, so what's the next thing you're gonna do? But by any means, you're gonna feed those kids. By any means. If you are a father or a mother, by any means.
No, there's jobs. There's jobs we don't want. That's why the Africans do not like us, because we are spoiled. Africans do not like us because they think we are soft. and we are
No,
weak
no, no.
because
So
we
we can
have
go
had
work
the
at
best thing.
McDonald's.
Until you've been in the
We can
country
work-
where you making 75 cents a day, or you
We-
drinking dirty
I don't-
water out of a pond, we are not.
I don't agree with that, cuz they give us jobs like McDonald's or
Okay, it's a
Howard
job.
People.
It's
Hold
a
on,
job.
hold on.
So you say selling
Okay,
dope is
okay.
better than working at McDonald's?
Listen, okay, let me break it down for you. So you making minimum wage at McDonald's.
Uh-huh.
Your house is $400 a month.
Uh-huh.
Your lights, and then you have to pay water.
Uh-huh.
Then you get taxes out of that money. See what you got left. You still poor.
But if you got
You want nothing.
two heads are better than one. So if you got a lazy man sitting at the house and you out working, no, you can't make it. But if both parents are working,
So do you agree? Do you agree that we should receive reparations?
no, I do not, because we ain't suffered. The people that did
Hold
all
on,
that,
hold
the people that
hold on, hold
suffered, the people that got dogs chased, that got hung and stuff, and the
That's-
people that worked
that's
in the
not-
fields, those are the people
that's
that
not
deserve
reparation.
reparations. We don't deserve nothing for what they did.
That's not.
We
That's
have
not reparation.
already achieved what they was trying to do. Oh,
Can I
you got
explain this?
a house, right?
Can I explain?
You got a
Can
house,
I
right?
explain this?
You got a
Can I
house?
explain this again? Can y'all explain this and you tell me if I'm right or wrong? Can I
Okay.
explain this?
Go ahead.
Okay. The reason for reparations, back in the slavery days, the black man's blood built everything around. They had the crop growers, they had all of that, they had land that worked the crops.
Mhm.
Everybody benefit off of that money except the black. The white community, the white community, they haven't had enough money to where if they can leave money back for their children and their children. So when they grew up, they had a lead. When they set us free, they left us with nothing. But we built all of this stuff. We grew the crops and all that. So they benefit off of it. So what we're saying is that we're behind. Reason why
How we
blacks are
behind?
behind because
How are we behind? You got a
I'm
job,
finna
right?
tell you,
You got a job?
you gotta
You got a good job?
you got to
You got a cell
understand.
phone?
You're not opening your mind up.
I am
Listen to what
You're
I'm
not
saying.
opening your mind, because the brothers that come over here from Africa, that live in them villages, that we would still be at if they hadn't brought us over here. Have you seen where they living? Have you seen the squatter?
Hey,
Have you seen
that's
the
not
disease?
that's not the point. That's what they want you to think. That's not the point.
What
The
they want
point
us to
is,
think.
this-
I
can I
look here.
finish?
Okay, if they told you go to Africa right now, would you go?
If I can finish my point, if they give me what my ancestors worked hard
No.
for,
But if you want,
hold on,
you talking about what slavery?
Hold on.
Okay.
Let me finish. What I was saying about the reparation.
Uh-huh.
Everybody benefited off of it. After the war, they gave white owners less house, less
Yes, our
money.
people
money
suffered.
to buy
Our
house.
people went through a lot.
Hold on. So everybody was ahead of us besides us. So when they freed us, they put us out there in the field with nothing.
Uh-huh.
With nothing. Now everything they benefit off was through our blood.
Mm-hmm. It's
So
true.
you telling me? So, hold on.
It's true.
So
It
now
wasn't through our blood. It was through our ancestors' blood.
Let me finish.
It was
let
through
me
our
finish. Let me
ancestors'
finish.
blood. It wasn't through our blood, because I ain't bled no blood. Okay, so I don't feel like I deserve none of that, because I'm good. I got a house. I got all that. What I need? Like you talking about these people, you say these young kids are living under the white man. Why would we go beg the white man to give us some money?
That's not begging. That we're not begging for. We're begging.
What are you doing then? What are you doing?
We're not begging for. We're not begging for them to give us. Now we're begging for what they owe us.
How they owe us?
We're not. That's what they give us is different from what they owe us.
Sir,
You see
excuse
what I'm
me. I've been very quiet listening to you, and I
Yes.
respect everything that you say. But we're talking about something that happened over 150 years ago. I want to know
And we're
what's
still
going
behind.
on. I want to know what's going on right today down the streets of Jerome,
I'm worried about my water
down
supply.
7th
I'm worried
Street,
about my.
down Mount New
I'm
Boston.
going to tell you.
I want to
I'm
know
going to tell you
what's-
about Jerome.
I want to
Let me tell you about Jerome.
Okay.
Let me tell you about Jerome.
Tell
Let
me.
me tell you about Jerome. Let me tell you about Waterman. Let me tell you about that community over there. Everything that's over there is owned by the white folks. They got condemned houses over there that need to be knocked down. So when our children come outside and they're living in a field and they're living like they're in a jungle, then they're gonna feel like they're in a jungle.
But let me ask you this:
What the-
who made the house condemned? Who made the houses condemned?
That's what-
Because when I moved over here with number
White-
white folks, the
They
yards
do.
had to be kept up and everything.
Why did they
When the
move
black
out?
people moved in
They
over
they
here,
tore
move
'em
out?
up.
in every
Why did they
neighborhood
move
you
out?
go in, that used to be a
Why
nice
did they move
neighborhood,
out?
Every neighborhood that you don't went in, even Newtown, every new community you don't go in, like they done moved over there to the links now. I get 2 years. Now you know who used to live in the links.
No.
You know who used to live in the links, right?
We will never get ahead with that kind of mentality. We will never get ahead. We will never get ahead with that.
When we got the mentality that we got to sell dope and stuff to
only
get ahead, we'll never get
We
ahead.
are the only race that condemn ourselves.
Because all our
We
brothers
are
gonna
the
be locked
only
up
race.
or dead.
We are the only race that condemn ourselves. We are the only race that condemn ourselves. I mean,
right?
And
Because
that's
other
just-
races succeed.
no, you know why? Because they stick together.
They are coming exactly.
You know,
So then that's
let me
that's
ask you
your
a
whole point right there. How many black
Let me-
people you
let
know?
me ask
We discussed that
let
when
me-
you was
let me
here.
ask you a question.
How many black people
Let
you
me
know
ask you a
stick
question.
together? How many black people you
Let
know
me ask
stick
you a-
together?
Let me ask you a question.
All right.
When I went to school, when I graduated, there was I had a white friend that graduated with me.
Uh-huh. I had a bunch of graduates.
Hold on. I had a mother.
Uh-huh.
I had a father. He had a mother and father, and pretty much worked the same thing. When we graduated, he had more than me to start off with because he had land that was left to him.
Right.
He had money that was in the bank put back for his college fund from years and years ago. My people weren't able to do it because my people were still behind.
Uh-huh.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I say reparation is what it is. They got ahead because of all the crop growing that we blood from. They gain the money. They
Okay.
benefit the money off of it. They benefit.
You said you graduated, right?
Oh my God.
You say
Okay.
you graduated.
All right.
Say you graduated. Listen,
Okay.
cuz. You say you graduated, right?
Most definitely I did.
An opportunity because you was in America that you graduated. Okay,
No,
the
not
people that they brought over here that suffered, that have died, Martin Luther King, all the people that died before us.
What is America? So you still believe that Christopher Columbus discovered America, right?
Christopher Columbus didn't discover no America. They ain't got nothing to do with what we talking about. We talking about reparations and being behind.
When you say America,
But like you said, all the communities, all the races that are ahead of us are a community.
No, you
Or a community.
Brother.
You said yourself.
Here's the
Where's
deal.
little Africa at?
I know that we have black mans right here, right now, that don't want to do a damn thing. I understand that.
Let me ask you. This is America. This is America, right? Where's little
I
Africa
understand
at?
that.
Where's little Africa at?
What now?
Where's little
So
Africa
now-
at? Other
Okay,
races
so-
come over here. You got little China. You got little Russia. Little Italy.
Little Mexico.
Little
What
Mexico.
is that?
Where's little China?
What is
Where's
that?
little Africa? Where's little Africa?
What is that?
Communities.
What is that?
Communities.
Yeah.
Africa? Africa wasn't even a name.
You know what they
of
call
Africa.
little
That was-
Africa? The ghetto.
Hold on.
The ghetto.
You were talking about Hold on. You talking about Africa? Wasn't even called Africa. Africa was called. I forgot the name. But the white man gave Africa its name. Africa is not even really Africa. Do your search. Do your history.
I do a lot of research. I do a lot of research.
Texas-
And then if you want to talk about slavery,
Texas is not Texas was Mexico.
we've been in slavery
Texas
since the
was a part of
beginning of
Mexico.
time, my brother. If you want to research, go back. We've been in slavery since the
Okay.
beginning of time. Who was the
Okay.
Egyptians? Egypt is off the
Who?
coast of Africa, which means they were black people.
Yeah.
Who did Moses free? Black people.
So you're gonna tell me that you believe the curse of Noah to Ham, I mean, which is where you from, Ham, that Noah's son Ham. You're gonna tell me you
Yeah,
believe the
I-
curse
Yeah, you will.
of Ham.
We done
You
went
got
way out.
to finish this discussion when you
We
come
way
on.
out. We
Yeah.
way out on what we were talking about. We're
It's all
talking
a part of
about right now. We're talking about
It's
today.
808.
Listen,
Messing with you.
we're talking about right now. We're talking about today.
Let me ask
And
you
we're
let me
talking
ask you a
about
question, man.
what we need
Let me
to
ask you
do
a question,
today.
man, before I go.
Okay, but
Let me ask you a
and
question,
then
man,
you
before
tell
I
me
go.
what we need to do today to be
I'm
better.
telling you.
Okay.
I'm
Okay,
telling you.
well, let me ask you
what
this.
we
You're
need-
talking about
What
reparations,
we
right?
need to do today,
Yes.
what we need to do today
Yeah.
is stop our children from buying these Jordans, buying these $200 jeans, buying these.
Where they
these
get the money
cars,
from? They ain't got no jobs. You say they can't
We
find
need-
no
we
jobs.
need-
Where they get the money
Just-
from to
hold
buy
on,
the jobs?
hold on. If they got to have some kind of source of income. They buy these shoes.
Oh,
Put
no,
no
it's the
land.
parents.
Buy land. Buy land. Buy
That's what
land.
I've been telling them. Invest. Buy land. Let me tell you something. Since you talk about history, when we was young, you remember the Muslims used to preach, we're going to be one nation. We're going to get away from the white devil. We're going to be one. You notice they don't even preach that no more, right?
I'm never.
'Cause you
I'm
know
never,
why?
I was never a Muslim.
You know
I
why?
was never a Muslim.
You know why? Because we would kill ourselves
Uh-huh.
off. We would kill
Say what
ourselves
now?
off. We can't even survive in our own communities. They always have about police brutality. They had 300 and some police shootings last year. They had 3,747 black on black murders.
That's by design. Just like they want us to picture fit to the Republicans about George Floyd or Martin. They want us to vote for the Democrats because the Republicans are not supporting that. That's by design.
Sir,
That's by design.
we're
That's
talking
by
about,
design.
sir, we're talking about what they want us to do. What do we want to do?
Exactly. That's my whole
See,
question.
I want to know
What
what
we-
I want to do, what I need to do.
So you telling us we not smart enough to recognize what the white man is doing and change it?
Evidently we not.
Okay. Just prove your own point.
Evidently, every time you get to close to where you need to be at, they'll bring something else up to get your mind off of what you were doing, to make you concentrate on what's going on in this world. Every time a man gets ready to prevail and to be a better person, they'll bring something else in his life to make him forget about the conquer he's trying to do for self and family.
Yeah.
Well, he must be a very weak man, because I was married to a man 32 years. He passed away December the 12th of 2021 with COVID pneumonia.
I hate to
I
hear
was
that, man. I'm
married
sorry
to
to hear
him for 32 years. And I'll tell you one thing, could nobody and nothing bring anything to our front door that he didn't want to come in there to contaminate his family, because he would stop it at the front door. Let me tell you something. It's not up to Tom, it's not up to Dick, and it's not up to Harry. It's up to you, what you and your family do and how your family live. And every man should take a man's stand and be a man for his family. And that's all it is about.
I mean, I'm not disputing that at all. You are absolutely right. But what I'm saying is that when a man is trying to build, I mean, it's all kind
Any
of
other man, you shouldn't be so weak that any man can bring anything.
Hold on, ma'am. Okay. No, ma'am. No,
Shouldn't
ma'am.
bring.
No, ma'am.
Let me tell you
She's
something.
not referring to you. She
John,
said-
I'm saying men should be so weak that somebody could bring something to their front door that would distract them or get their attention so dearly that it would affect his whole household. See, no woman can come to my house. I'm by myself. I wish a woman would come to my house. Talking about she's finna cook something in my kitchen. She get some hot grease on her. Can't nobody, I don't care if you're white, black, yellow, pink, or purple, come in my house and override and tell me what I'm gonna do in my house. See,
Yeah, but that's not what we're talking about. I'm talking about.
because y'all keep saying the white man don't have to do anything. All he has to do is go get him somebody weak and sit him down and look him in the eyes, and they'll go do the work for him. He don't have to do nothing.
No, what's that?
So that's what I'm saying. That's what I mean about the brainwashing. So you agree with the brainwashing, then, right?
No, they ain't brainwashed. This weak people, and they just read. You can go take some of them and tell them something to do, and you're not white, and I know you're not. So it don't matter
Well,
about
just
the
like
color.
just
I
like
see black men
just like-
all the time leading other black men to do things.
They do whatever.
I see
You
black
say what?
men
That's
all
what
the
you said,
time
ma'am?
go to rob something. Say, man, come on, rob. They just hop in the car and go with them. It don't matter about being white. It ain't about no color now. I'm talking about right now today. See,
That's not, I'm not saying I never said nothing about the color. Now I said you got to get to the root of the problem.
oh,
I don't care if you go to if you got a cough and you go to the doctor's not worried about your cough. He's worried about what's making you cough.
well,
There's
I
a
don't
reason
know.
behind your cough.
I don't
So
know.
they just like Captain Kaepernick. They worried about him kneeling. They wasn't worried about why he was kneeling.
Oh.
See,
Yeah.
we'll never fix this problem. We'll never fix this problem that black men have in America until they make it right.
Okay. But just like he
You
kneeled,
never fix it.
all they had to do was stop playing football.
That's all.
Say what now?
When he kneeled and it became a problem, why did all the black players stop playing football?
Okay, then. So when President Trump said the negative things about the black community, the brown community, so why did y'all not stop voting?
Why did the people that's supposed to be our leaders speak up?
Huh? No, but everybody's a man.
So you didn't vote.
Everybody's a man.
So you didn't vote.
So what?
You
No,
didn't vote?
I will never vote. Only time I'll vote.
You for the problem.
Hey,
Thank
I
you. That's
voted,
part of the
I voted
problem.
one time. Hey, hold on. I voted one time, and then I opened my eyes up through knowledge when reading. That's what the knowledge is. That's why they want us to read back in slave day, because reading knowledge. I open my eyes and say, well, hold on. Why am I voting?
Right.
Ain't now one of these suckers talking about
So
doing.
then have you
nothing for us.
understood? You understand why you ain't got your reparations?
Say what now?
Have you understood why you ain't got? Since you so smart and you read, you understand why you ain't got your reparations?
Yes, I do. I understand
Because
it.
if you had to put the people in office that agree
No.
with you, that you
No,
agree
no.
with, you would have already got your reparations. But since you didn't vote to put the people in
You at the
office
wrong,
that can help you,
no, so you at the wrong stance. So you at the wrong stance.
as long as you got the wrong people in house and in the Senate, you will never get your reparations.
Oh my God, man. I hear you. Okay, I hear you,
Hey,
brother.
like
I'm
I
not
said,
gonna argue
hey,
with
kinfolk, we gonna get together. It's
It was nice talking to you.
it's
you.
8:15.
It was
It's nice
very
talking
nice
to you.
talking to you guys.
Yeah. God bless you and have a good night.
Every time we have a long conversation, every time we come.
God bless
yeah.
you. God bless you.
Yeah, God will bless me. I hope He bless you guys too. I mean, He's continue blessing me because I fall short to Him. I can't. Without Him, I have nothing.
Yeah.
So I keep Him with me at all times.
You better keep him in
So
front
Roger-
of it. Don't put him on the side of it.
Hey, I don't mean to get
So what now?
Just keep
Oh
him
wait,
in
hold
front.
on. My co-host got something to say.
I don't mean to get off topic. Off topic.
Okay.
Hey, this is good cookie. Hey, have you been to the cake house yet?
He was glad you was talking.
To the cake house on 7th Street. The young lady's got a cookie shop on 7th Street called the Cake House.
No, I haven't. I've heard about it, but I haven't personally been myself because I'm trying to set. I hadn't drunk a Coke in like Dr. Pepper in like 21 days. Now I'm trying to cut the sugar.
Yeah. That's what I've been trying to do.
that's
Get
another
the stomach down.
That's another conversation. One day we're going to talk about the pharmaceutical and the things they give us to put in our bodies.
In our bodies.
We can do everything naturally.
Like I told you, right?
It's all about money. America's about money.
So all this stuff down. So when we come back, we have a line of
Give us a
conversation.
thing. We have to buy it.
Say what now?
They don't give us nothing. We have to buy it.
Yep.
No, ma'am. You
saying?
buy it, but you buy in your death. They give you blood. They give you one pill to solve one thing, but it causes another one. That's why they killed Dr. Sebi, because he had everything naturally.
But that's what they tell you. If you read the side effects, the side effects worse than what you got.
Exactly. So that's why they don't want you to know what the natural ingredient, because they won't make money. You know how many trillions of dollars of pharmaceutical make off of American people?
Well, like
It's a business.
Yeah.
America is a business, man.
Oh yeah, it's about money, and we owe billions, trillions of dollars to China, our landlord, and they about to come over here and take it from us. Yeah.
But what did God say?
Oh, but God said that there
About
would
the
be a
rich
king
man.
come from the
About
east,
the rich
and
man.
he would have
God-
an army of millions. That's what God said.
Yeah. What did God say about the rich man?
Oh yeah, about the rich man. The rich man, it's easier for a camel go through the eye of a needle than a rich man to enter to heaven.
And you wonder why so much hell in America?
Yeah. There's hell everywhere. Look at the people in Ukraine and Russia.
Yeah, I tell you what, but you saying more and more in America now, aren't you?
Because this is Babylon. You
You'll
gotta
never-
understand. We are in Babylon. We're in the end time. This is Babylon. If you if you go look, Atlanta is Sodom and Gomorrah.
Where did Jesus walk?
He walked on earth.
I mean, what? See, that's what I'm saying. Where did he walk? When that they say over there in Israel and all that, what is that?
That's the Holy Land.
But what is that? What country is that?
Israel.
We're waiting for you to tell us.
That's look it up. That's Africa.
Yeah, because they're dark skinned people. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
All of them are dark.
All that is off the continent. You got to understand. All that is off the continent. So, like I said at the beginning, since all that is in Africa, when the Egyptians, all that stuff was around when slavery was back then.
I'm not coming
So
time.
We've been slaves.
So why did they tell you? So why did they tell you your Jesus was white in all on the school walls and in the church walls?
Well, that's everywhere. That's in every church because that's what they want to see. Because like I said, we're gonna get Write it down, kinfolk.
Yeah, and call back another day when I'm not here.
Okay.
Hey man, you have a blessed
Well,
night, kinfolk.
Yeah,
Well, we
pray
got some
for
talk-
us.
I will pray for you. Y'all pray for me too. I hope God bless y'all and succeed you in life, whatever you're trying to do.
All right, bro. We gonna get together.
Yeah, have a good one. I love you guys.
Love you too, man. Hey, this has been Man Let's Talk. This is our Thursday night chat. We are here with Miss Fanny Mazzone, my godmother. We have had a lengthy conversation with my cousin, Charles Lane. Hey, he always he rain whenever he come up through a call.
We've
Hey,
been
man,
to Africa,
we appreciate
Asia,
y'all, everybody that joined us
New
tonight.
York,
Hey,
Chicago.
Precious. What's up, Mr. Fred? Christian? Hey, man, I appreciate y'all coming, man. You know, help me celebrate my birthday. My birthday's Saturday. Like I said, I'm taking cash app, $ MATHEWIS 67. Send me some money, honey, or come by the house and drop it off. You heard what I'm saying? Hey, this has been Man Let's Talk, man. Hey, till next week, till we see y'all again. My friend, he ain't here to the end, but hey, we about to get it in. Y'all have a blessed night,
A wonderful night.
and we'll see y'all next Wednesday. Good night.
Peace out.